What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news on November 11, 2024, where we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you Assassinators need to know from the Ringside News article. Starting things off with the most intriguing, like probably out of this list, is MVP explains why he walked away from WWE under new management. MVP isn't mincing words like when it comes to the current state of WWE. The former United States champion who parted ways with the wrestling giant earlier this year, like after letting his contract expired, like has been vocal about why he chose to step away. The reason he's simply not a fan of the new management. In a recent interview with Drop the Heat, MVP laid it out straight, right by saying this time I didn't want to resign, not resign. I said resign. I mean resign, and I let it to resign, because the new management in place, anytime I don't care where you work, like when new management comes in, like it's good, like for some people and not for other people, like. And MVP added, while laughing, and new people comes in, old and old people go, like new people come in and old people go. He then continued by stating, so I just felt that I was definitely time to go because because the new management just wasn't for me, and I ain't for him. The veteran wrestler, once a pivotal figure in WWE's the Hurt Business stable, left the company at a time when Triple H reportedly opposed the group's reunion. Now, MVP has found new life in AEW, joining forces with Shelton Benjamin and the rebranded branding as the Hurt Syndicate, the former Hurt Business. Like fans are buzzing as MVP and Benjamin are expected to corner Bobby Lashley during his AEW in-ring debut at Full Gear in a highly anticipated match against Swerve Strickland. For MVP, this transition marks more than a change of scenery. Like it's a reunion, to what feels right. With the Hurt Syndicate making waves in AEW, the future looks promising for the charismatic manager and his crew. And what are your thoughts on MVP's run in AEW so far? Like, do you think he's doing very successful and more better than he was in the other company, which is WWE? Like, and do you think MVP made the right choice to leave the company that's not using him, and that left him absent for over a year? Which I totally think this was probably the best decision that he could have possibly ever made. Like, even before he did left, like back a year ago, he was thinking about teasing a faction between Omos and the Street Profits, and even what's his name, Carmelo Hayes, which unfortunately that did not come through. It seemed like the new management, most specifically the new Triple H regime, did not agree this was a great idea. Which I don't understand why, because it probably would have worked, at least in Carmelo and the Street Profits' benefit. Like with them, all they needed to do was executed their characters correctly, like with Carmelo Hayes could win the United States Championship, and then the Street Profits could win the Tag Team Championship, and then it would have been totally beneficial. They wouldn't have. I mean, at the time, Carmelo Hayes was NXT champion, so I guess that was a good reason. But yes, the one you got me there. But even for that, they could have dropped the belt, like haven't dropped the belt to someone like Ilya Dragunov, even if it would have been sooner. But it would have been something that was huge to gain off of that title loss. But I guess like it is what it is now, and it seems like the Street Profits are going to get a shot at the WWE Tag Team Championship anyways now. Even though they had to take them an extra year just to get another opportunity, but yeah, they'll be facing the Motor City Machine Guns this Friday for those titles. But yeah, do you think that Anthony Khan's booking MVP much more better than Triple H did, and maybe even Vince McMahon, like when he was formed as the Hurt Business, like in the first place back in 2020, from 2020 to 2021. Let me know also about that in the comment section right down below. But moving on, we got some news about the AEW's internal reaction. The November 6th Wednesday Night War when NXT beat Dynamite in the ratings. The ratings battle between WWE, NXT, and AEW Dynamite was eagerly awaited by many fans. In the end, like NXT came out on top, surpassing AEW Dynamite by a significant margin. Following this. Following this, AEW's internal reaction to the outcome has now been revealed. The November 6th episode of WWE NXT secured 619,000 viewers with a 0.17 in the coveted 18 to 49 demographic. On the other hand, the November 6th episode of AEW Dynamite drew only 523,000 viewers with a 0.16 rating in the key 1849 demographic. Once again, NXT picked up a deceive win over AEW Dynamite for the second month in a row, but this time on Wednesday rather than Tuesdays. Last time they were in battle was on the Tuesday Night War during the MLB playoffs. But over AEW Dynamite, which has deceive win over AEW Dynamite, which has become a very common thing now. And while speaking on the Fightful Selects Q&A podcast, Sean Ross Sapp was asked about AEW's reaction to NXT beating Dynamite in ratings. Sapp noted that AEW is more focused on keeping Warner Brothers Discovery satisfied with their content rather than competing directly with WWE. On the other hand, it was noted that WWE tends to care more about their numbers and media comparisons, including fast national ratings, while WWE pays closer attention to metrics and comparisons. AEW's priority lies in meeting the expectation of their TV partner. He explains, man, I wish I could convey on how much they don't give a sugar honey iced tea. Sometimes I will see in WWE some media members will have this is the comparable numbers and that stuff. Obviously, the fast national, there is much more care on the WWE side of things, but AEW got their TV deal. They are more worried about satisfying the WBD than they are beating WWE. Bully Ray also claimed credit for NXT defeating AEW Dynamite in viewership last week as well. It remains to be seen whether AEW will be able to improve its ratings, as it currently seems like a difficult challenge. However, AEW appears more focused on satisfying Warner Brothers Discovery, in this May. Ultimately be the best approach for the company at this point. But what are your thoughts on onto this under the Wednesday Night War ratings outcome last week? And do you think do you agree with Sean Ross Sapp onto this statement by him saying that they're more worried about their media rights deal with and their working relationship with the Warner Brothers Discovery? Or do you think that they kind of gave a care about the Wednesday night ratings, which I don't think they have. Otherwise, it would have been a little bit more better, and they were trying to probably get it more. I'm not saying that in a way that they don't care about their ratings. I'm just saying they'll be trying to do everything they can to get some cheap ratings. The numbers would have been a bit more higher, even if they didn't quite beat NXT. They would still be trying to get that viewership up more higher than they had right there. Even though it's not much of a bad, too much of a bad, I should say, viewer point. But I think they're not even caring about it. And they're just trying to worry about trying to get some sponsors, and also trying to keep their working relationship with the media rights side of things with them and Warner Brothers, is in a much more positive manner as much as they can. Which who could blame them on that? But and then and they also gonna be moving to HBO Max, or just Max for short now, with a blue background on the streaming service. WWE's getting a deal with Netflix. They're just trying to make it much convenient as they can. Which who could blame? Who could blame AEW at this point? Who cares what WWE is doing right over there? They're doing their thing while we're doing ours. It's for the best, and I think some of the hardcore fans can take this a little bit too far. I think in this tribalism between the two companies, which there's not, is just preferences. It's your preferential rights that matters. Do you prefer AEW or WWE or both? Which, me, I prefer both companies. I just like watching them every single week. Like AEW on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, while WWE on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. And then the premium live events, in pay-per-views, respectively, on between Saturdays or Sundays. Which this month will be on Saturdays, a couple weeks ago with Crown Jewel. But then later on the month, in the next, I'll say, how many days for? I'll say Full Gear, 12 days, and then about 19 days for Survivor Series. So I cannot hardly wait to watch both of them premium live events and pay-per-views. And I wonder who's going to be winning and losing those events, which there was very intriguing to the assassin that love covering all the wrestling shows that are popular. That's on American television side of things, of course. But let's move on to the next slide. But before I continue, I want to say that excuse me. But other than that, I don't wish both the companies the best on their in their future of continuing to consistently try to make the respective shows the best that they can, to get a high rating from yours truly, Super Ninja Austin. Well, not really, because if they try to just please me as the only fan, then they'll be losing more of their viewerships, because I'm a biased dreadlock a-hole, if I ever wanted that to happen. But yeah, let's move on. And let's talk about Soraya, current health status during her hiatus, from AEW television, and from the former AEW Women's World Champion and Divas Champion. She brought a lot of attention to herself when she decided to let her WWE contract expire. Then she inked she inked a deal with Anthony Khan's company, like where she would wrestle like for AEW, breaking a years long absence from the ring in recent memory. She's been off television, like, and fans are wondering about like her whereabouts. During a recent Fightful Selects Q&A with Sean Ross Sapp was asked like, well, so with Sean Ross Sapp was asked like about Soraya's current situation and why she's been off television after all rumors about her being injured, like certainly slide around wherever she's absent. It was stated that Soraya is doing okay physically. Like she's just been working on a lot of other things. Like in other news, she has inked a 1 year deal extension with AEW, and and um and this is what Sean Ross Sapp had to say onto the matter, like with her well-being and her status in AEW, saying she's fine and she's okay. She's working on other projects, and agreed to the 1 year extension with AEW. As of this writing, Soraya's most recent match took place on October 8th, 2024, during AEW's Title Tuesday edition of Dynamite, like at Spoken Arena. Like the match was a four-way contest for the AEW Women's World Championship. Number one contender contest featured Soraya, Willow Nightingale, Jamie Hayter, and even Nyla Rose. I think that's the last time we saw Nyla Rose as well. Well, the last time we saw the Pillow was back at AEW Wrestle Dream, like the Wednesday before this match. I'm not Wednesday. I did I meant to say the Saturday before this match, which was back in was like back like in October. I'll say back in October 12th. But yeah, which I reviewed that viewed Willow's match against what's her name, Mariah May. Yeah. Anyway, I remember calling that match along with the other matches. But anyways, but it ended up being Willow Nightingale that won the women's world championship number one contenders match to secure the shot at the title. But Sarai, on the other hand, is far from finished with AEW. If anything, fans have at least one more year, like of her in Anthony Khan's company. Like we will have to wait and see if she gets back into a title hunt. Like, but for now, she is she's consent she's concentrating like on all of the other things that she has going on in her life. Her brother Zodiac Zack Knight like also inked a deal with Anthony Khan as well. Like so Soraya has all the more reasons to stick around and keep checking back like with ringside news like as we continue to monitor her ongoing situation. And what are your thoughts on Soraya's what are your thoughts on Soraya's take on the? What's your thoughts on Soraya's take of on take? I mean, what not take? I mean, what are your thoughts on not her take? I mean, Sean Ross Sapp's take on what she's been doing lately in her absence, with her, which he stated that she is doing fine, especially what's it called, especially physically, and she's just taking like a leave of absence for about a couple or a few months because she got some other projects that she's working on outside of the wrestling business that she's doing. And let me know in the comment section right down below what exactly your what your what we think it is, or do you think it's gonna I'm not sure what am I even saying like that. I meant to say, like, when do you think she's gonna be back? And do you think that she's gonna be in the title picture in the title match? And if so, I hope somebody is gonna be holding the AEW Women's World Championship. Like, other than Mariah May, that's all I'm gonna have to say. Which I'm not sure it could be. Like, it could be somebody that you haven't got a chance to face yet, or somebody that you haven't got a chance to face yet in AEW, but you already faced outside of that company from the other company, which was probably the wrestler that she wrestled like when the last time she was over at the other company, which is the Stanford-based company or promotion, or whoever you want to refer to the second time, of course. But yeah, well, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, I hope that that does happen, and I hope she been proven wrong that she don't have the most cutest dog in all Elite Wrestling. With all due respect for her, like even though I think her dog Roxy is so adorable, but I think there's another dog in all Elite Wrestling that's like 15 times better. But anyways, let's move on to the next slide. 15 times? Where did that even came from? I'll say 20,000 times. But anyways, moving on forward, we got like AEW sets up a special 3 hour programming blocked programming. Blocked on TNT admits like WWE Survivor Series. AEW is set to deliver a unique 3 hour block of back-to-back programming on TNT later this month, and it says right here that according to TNT's schedule, like fans can catch AEW Collision and Rampage consecutively, like on Saturday, November 30th, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. Like and the scheduling change comes as AEW Rampage moves from its typical Friday night slot to uh, to accommodate in to accommodate NHL game featuring the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. As a result, Collision will air from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, of course. And immediately followed by Rampage, will be obviously 6 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern. I I AEW's programming block will overlap with WWE Survivor Series event set to kick off at 6 p.m. Eastern from the Vancouver. This sets the stage for a for a packed event evening of wrestling action as fans will have to choose between AEW's block on TNT and WWE's Premium Live event. Early in the week, AEW will also be holding AEW Dynamite and Collision double tapings at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, ensuring a busy lead up to the weekend showdown. And what are your thoughts on AEW going to have a 3 hour pre-taped event on Saturday, November 30th, the same day as Survivor Series is going to be on? And do you think it's for that particular reason, or is it from because of NHL, or I think it's something totally different, which I don't know what that could logically be. But either way, let me down in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next slide. But yeah, it also said they're going to do a back-to-back tapings, which I think is going to be this week with AEW and Collision, AEW Dynamite and Collision, which is going to be in in Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Which, if Jack Perry's gonna be in the building, the Chicago fans definitely gonna let him have it for making a certain Chicago native wrestler like leave the company that when he was in the peak of his career in, and made him lose his job and went back to the other company that's their competition. But let's move on to the next slide. I hope for a safe journey to that city, like to the scapegoat that love crying people rivers. And moving on, we got WWE's Netflix move may change process of international broadcast. WWE has a lot of things going on, like, and their global reach and is unbeatable. Like at this point, like the company also knows like all the logics like that goes into putting like on live shows, and they also realize that their bread and butter like is with United States television rights, like, and those massive deals in that they have protected to a great degree. During a recent Fightful Select Q&A, like Sean Ross Sapp was asked do you think the European Raw tapings a uh, have a chance to air live like worldwide? After all, those European shows are often accompanied by tons of spoilers. Like it was reiterated that the primary thing working against this idea are the areas like in the world that they want to make happy. Like since Netflix is part of the equation, then it could change everything. And this is what Sean Ross Sapp said in reply, like into this comment, saying it certain in certain areas where it makes up like approximately with when and where it is like broadcasted, like if I were Netflix, I'd like air it like live like in the United States too. Like why not? Like Netflix has in in get in infinite flexibility in that like regard, and could make it like happen very easily. WWE has always like taped like the broadcast like whenever like they are overseas, like, and it is simply aired later, like since Netflix is known to drop an entire season of a show at 3 a.m. Like then only time will tell like what they are capable of with WWE. the the new 10-year deal like with Netflix will bring Raw and other WWE programming to the streaming giant, like along with international broadcast like rights like for SmackDown, like WrestleMania and additional events like that. Contracts is valued at $5 billion. Meanwhile, WWE's SmackDown is worth around $1.4 billion, like for the USA Network. Like we will have to wait and see if this Netflix situation comes any live Raw broadcast overseas. Like that fact like remains that USA Network will still cause SmackDown to tape their shows if they air anything from overseas. It should also be noted that SmackDown and Raw will also both be 3 hour shows in 2025. And what are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw? possibly and potentially could air on the daytime. Like if they do like a live show over on the Europe countries, like in the market, of course. Like, do you think that it'll be possible for the U.S. to be taped, I mean, to be recorded live on Netflix, like, or not recorded, more likely be aired live on Netflix? Like, do you think Netflix will make WWE do that move, like to be like since they let Peacock, like, since Peacock they allow Peacock to air the WWE pay-per-views that's in Saudi Arabia or even in Europe, like England or in France, like from the past year so far, like pay-per-views like King and Queen of the Ring, Crown Jewel, Backlash in France, Money in the Bank last year in London, England. Like, yeah. Do you think that they're gonna air these Monday Night Raw shows on like live on Netflix? Like, since it's gonna be on the streaming service, like, and it's gonna be on March when they have these shows like in Italy and England, Belgium, Germany, and other countries in Europe. Like, do you think that they're gonna make the broadcast live, like depending on what time it may be on the streaming service? And if that does happen, like, even though I did say that I'm probably gonna be making like review videos, the next day, like since it's going Raw's gonna be on Netflix, I'll make the review like the next day, like on the and like on the start of the year in 2025, like on I believe it's gonna be on January 6th. So I'm gonna find a way to I'm gonna like the tune in on the show, like, and then and watch it, like, and try to soonly quickly subscribe on Netflix, like before like January comes, and I'm gonna start what's that called? I'm gonna start watching it like on a weekly basis, and I'm gonna review it like the next day, like on the Tuesday after like the Raw airs on Netflix, and I'm gonna do the same with the other shows like NXT and AEW Dynamite and Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage and AEW Collision, of course. Well, Rampage, no, I totally forgot because for two reasons. One, like they're going to end AEW Rampage in favor for Shockwave. I'll probably do a couple of Shockwave reviews and see how it is. And if it's not like a third brand per se, I'm just going to keep it out of the mark. And the second reason, because SmackDown's going to be on for 3 hours, so it's going to be extra hour to be they're going to be adding in an extra hour to be talking about my wrestling reviews than usual. So I thought I'm just gonna I'll say on Saturday, like on Saturdays, on Saturday after mornings or afternoons, I'm probably gonna review just SmackDown, like when it debuts. It's 3 hour show and in January, but yeah, if they do start doing these European, if they do tape them or record them, not, I mean, if they do air them live on Netflix, I go back in November. I mean, not November, in March, like with the likes of like when they go to countries like Germany and England and Belgium and Italy and others. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna talk about them like later on to the evening time, like when they come on in the afternoon, like I do with my like I did with Crown Jewel a couple weeks ago. That's how I'm gonna be doing it. Like once I start. When I start watching it, like on Netflix, like I was during that, like in March, like in that end of the year of 2025, I'm gonna be reviewing it like exactly on the evening before, like even unless if I have something to do, then I'm gonna have to skip it until the evening anyways, and then review it then. But yeah, other than that, like you're probably gonna expect me to do something similar to like I do with my like when on premium live events, like on Peacock, like when they have like pay-per-views in Saudi Arabia or in Europe or whatever place they are located. Like I always do it like the evening right after, like well, after I watch the show, or even though the afternoon. No, wait, yeah. I do like I'm probably gonna be doing it like either the afternoon afterwards, or even the, or even the, or even the, or even the, or even I'll say the evening, either the afternoon or evening afterwards, but either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But moving on to the next news story, we got an AEW prospects like We got AEW prospects of contract status clarified amid rising interest. AEW is keeping a close eye on the professional wrestling scene, with Anthony Khan prepared to make significant investments in the right talent. Like the company has already signed several stars from the independent circuit, and their latest prospect is Michael Oku. In the fact, his current contractual situation has now been revealed. Michael Oku made a major impact on AEW after gaining significant attention for the victory over Will Ospreay in Ospreay's final match before joining AEW. Oku secured a submission win in a 47-minute match at February's Rev Pro high stakes event. Like MJF even defeated the AEW American Championship against Michael Oku at the Rev Pro Summer Sizzler event back in August. Oku has confirmed discussions with Anthony Khan, but denied any signing a contract with AEW. But he did compete in a dark match before the August 21st edition of AEW Dynamite, leading the fans to wonder if he will sign with the company. While speaking on that into that same same episode of the Fightful Select Q&A podcast with Sean Rossap. He was asked about Michael Oku's status with AEW, and Sapp reported that All Elite Wrestling has been keeping an eye on Michael Oku with Tony with with Anthony Khan expressed interest in him. AEW brings Oku in when they are overseas. But as of now, he is not assigned to the company, and there are no immediate plans for him to be at the moment. Michael Oku is still actively working in the UK, and he explains they have been their eyes on him, and Anthony Khan has said that he likes Oku. Like they bring him in when they were there overseas. However, he's not signed, and we haven't heard that he's going to be immediately. He's still working in the UK. Only time will tell, whether Michael Oku will end up signing, be signed by All Elite Wrestling, as he has already proven he is more than capable of hanging with the best in the company. So he would add a lot of value to the company if he signed. And what are your thoughts on the status between Michael Oku and AEW? And do you think he really is signed to an AEW contract? And if so, when do you think he's going to be making his official debut with the company? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. If you ask me, if he immediately signed with the company, I'll say he should be. They should give him a debut. They should make him do his debut somewhere at a big event like AEW Full Gear or even AEW World's End. That they can't find anything creative for him to do yet in AEW. But yeah, I think it's probably the best idea if Tony Khan did sign him into a contract, because because they did brought him in in the company back about 3 months ago when MJF defeated him in the open challenge of the American Championship that he temporarily used as his custom belt, like rather than being the international championship, because the only country that MJF cares about is this country. Well, at least in the New York side, the New York area side of the 50 states country, I should say. Yeah, but yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. Do you want Oku to be all elite, and what dream, and if so, what dream matches do you want to see him in? Like, which I could probably think of like a top 10 list of dream matches that I would like to see this guy in. And I did call to action when when MJF did wrestle Oku. Like, and that I did that was a very tremendous match. Like, make sure to check it out on my review video. I believe it was on the channel. Oh, be careful. Oh. Okay. Is it in here? The what? Oh no. Oh yeah. Why did you went to the bathroom for? I think he did both. Yeah, he did poop. That's what's in this bag right here. On the ground? Yeah, in the ground. Tray you? Yeah. Why'd you can't poop on the ground? Well, I'll say poop, I should say. Poop, he pooped on the ground. Okay, why'd you poop on the ground? Well, yeah. You don't touch it? Is it cleaned off your butt? Okay. Don't touch your butt if you have poop on it. Exactly. Okay. Get the pillow chair. Come on. Is there poop out there on the ground, or did you already clean it? I already cleaned it up. It's in this bag right here. What the hell are you thinking? Luckily, it was hard, but still, like, he should have done that. Come here. I want to see it. That's sick. That's very sick, Trey. Come here. We need to wipe your butt. Turn around. Ready? It's leaving right down the nutrient. No, you I was gonna help mommy there, but mommy's already doing it. And this is a one person job. How about doing? Try you. What difference does it freaking make? Hey, you quit making this all difficult. They're making it extremely difficult right now. No, get over here. Oh, yeah. This isn't a game for you. Yeah, it's not a game. You help mommy. I was gonna help mommy, like, but mom already got this under control. Here you go. I'll get you right now. Trey, if you knew you had a poop, you should have came in here and sat on your toilet. Yeah. You got poop on your leg too? Okay, like that. How's the why didn't use your pull up already? I mean your pot.
Here, go put this by the door.
Fine. All right. No problem.
Okay, tell me to talk to so that's hair.
Don't forget, do a sound.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Birdie.
And Dre, don't, when Julian's doing his podcast, don't run in there because people are going to see your naked butt.
Exactly. You gotta think first before you just do something, Trey.
'Cause he-
Luckily, I stopped him right at the door. Like before he came in, I'm like, you gotta make sure you gotta at least have a pillow on.
Yeah, you can do that. You crack the door from the door.
Exactly.
Don't run in there.
Don't run in there
Everybody's
and so-
gonna see your butt.
Exactly. I was telling the baby Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do that before you start. Yeah. Going in there. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very funny.
But Julian,
Okay.
I know how to.
Okay, let's move on to the next slide, Assassinators. Let's next up we got a WWE personality like confirms absence like from the November 11th episode of Raw, and then
Hi guys. Let's show you.
mhm. But anyways, as
I love you, Julian.
I love you too. WWE
I
is
can
always
see you.
is always ready to secure that fans like have a great time like at their shows like and that holds no Birdie Bird.
I'm not trying a podcast.
Yeah, while you're doing the anyways holds, holds true like for the November 11th edition like of Monday Night Raw like
You
no
won't let me through.
no go play with your register. It's open cash register day. Anyways,
I broke it.
why? Anyways, like WWE is always like ready to ensure like that fans have a great time.
Yeah.
Have a great time at the trade. You. He's really gonna lie to his Uncle SNA like that. But anyways, unfortunately, it appears like a beloved WWE personality will not be on the show this week, and Jackie Redmond serves like as the backstage interviewer and correspondent like on WWE Monday Night Raw, and she has been a mainstay like since October 2021. Her background in the NHL certainly help her out like in a big way as well. Like the November 11th edition of Raw, like Raw will air live on at the Van Angels Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And fans are excited for what's in store as we slowly like head towards the Survivor Series Premium Live event on November 30th. Like a fan like took to X like and tagged Jackie Redmond as they stated that their heart would break considering the fact that Redmond will not be at Raw this week. Like Redmond responded like to the fan as she apologized for her absence, like and wished she could have been there, saying like I'm sorry, I wish I could be. In response, like while it is a shame Jackie Redmond for this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, the show must go on. Like, and it's likely fans will get to see her next week again. And you can see the tweets right here on right down below. You can see right here, like, and then in WWE's lineup for the November 2024 episode of Raw, like which like it is lately been scheduled to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Gunther will go face to face this next challenger, Damian Priest, in the segment, while WWE Women's Tag Team Championship will be on the line with the champs Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill will challenge the former Women's Tag Team Champion, current Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And a big Bronson Reed set to make an appearance as well, in this show. Do you feel it's a shame that we will not be seeing one of the female backstage interviewers and correspondents on this week's episode of Raw on November 11th? Maybe we'll see her on the 18th. But yeah, I wish her the best of luck, and it's going to be very sad and not going to be the same when we're going to see her backstage interviewing any of the Raw stars on Raw Talk or even during the show in the backstage interview segment or whatever it may be. It will be such a that it's such a shame that you that she's not going to be appearing tonight because she just was it looked like she was meant to be a backstage journalistic interview for the show. But let me know down in the comment section right down below on what your opinions on onto the matters down below, and let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about. But we're going to end today's wrestling news video with some AJ Francis and with him saying he and Moose are the only two real NFL players in pro wrestling. And that's, I'll say, partially true, considering they both played in the NFL before they transitioned into the wrestling business, just like the likes of Titus O'Neil, Roman Reigns, and what's his name? Not Brock Lesnar. I think he did it afterwards. Then he went back to wrestling. So I'll say the likes of Titus O'Neil, Roman Reigns, and who else did so as well? And I'm trying to think. And I'm not sure about Rob Gronkowski because he easily went right back to the NFL as well. But many people have taken the jump from football to professional wrestling, but only a handful actually had time in the NFL. AJ Francis wanted to make a very bond point about the recently as he proclaimed that he and Moose stand apart in the crowd. While speaking to the Drop the Heat, AJ Francis was asked about teaming with Moose. This is an opportunity that he would jump at right now. At all, I'm not at all. After all, they do come from a similar background from the gridiron. After all, the NFL doesn't like their active stars getting involved in the ring. And the former TNA digital media champion mentioned that he and Moose didn't just play around with a football. It wasn't a training camp at all because they actually lived the NFL life. AJ Francis said of the system leader in TNA wrestling, like that he'd love to team up with him. After all, like they share a very similar football background. And he used that similarity to drag everyone else in the pro wrestling business who came from football. He he stated, "I'd like to tag with Moose. We're the only two real NFL players that are actually in wrestling. Like like we didn't just get a rookie mini camp tryout. Like we actually played in the games. We're the only two guys, so that would be cool to be real NFL players. There are a number of big names in pro wrestling, who came from the football world. A number of them have a lot of accolades to their name. That list includes The Rock, Roman Reigns, Mojo Rawley, Goldberg, Baron Corbin. That's who the names were. Goldberg and Baron Corbin. They used to play football. Like with Goldberg used to play for the Atlanta Falcons. Then he transitioned into wrestling, and then the same with Baron Corbin. Like when he was the offensive lineman for the likes of the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals, until he transitioned from there to professional wrestling as well. And unfortunately, he did lose his job after 10 to 12-year career in the business. And but yeah, so many more. They might take objection to what Francis said about this subject, but it's also likely that Francis doesn't care. We will have to wait to see if anyone with a football background chimes in. After all, there are a number of names who may want to say something to spark a real debate. Maybe perhaps a certain tribal chief, maybe a Q dog, maybe a lone wolf that's all alone, and maybe an old icon that's too old for any of these sports of football and wrestling, or maybe even the people's champ, even though he didn't really play for the NFL, was actually for the college team in the NCAA. Well, let me know down in the comment section right down below on what's your opinion onto the matter. Do you think that that there's going to be plenty of more of these NFL players that's in the NFL right now that could do a transition? I can think of two football players, maybe they're tight ends that in particular that could transition into wrestling. One of them because he's genuinely a wrestling fan and he knows a couple of the wrestlers there in the WWE. That's in WWE, of course. While the other one, he's also a wrestling fan, but also because of personal reasons, perhaps, because let's say they're likely significant, their other significant other, could possibly be already working in the wrestling business, most specifically WWE. Which I shouldn't say it if it's but yeah, you get the point. But let me know down in the comment section right down below, and what's your opinions on. I can think of those two guys could make a transition into the PW business, and and then do you think AJ Francis should watch what he say about him? Moose are the only real NFL players that transition into pro wrestling, and everybody else is just trying to get somewhere to step into, just going to mini camp and then just quit before they can even have a proper, at least one proper season with the NFL. Which I think that he's probably could make a mistake out of some guys, unless he's talking about guys from TNA. But other than that, from other companies, I think he's got a huge apologetic message to send to them if they take it the wrong way, perhaps. But if they didn't see it, or let alone if they did, or even if they did see it and they just don't care, then maybe maybe this is a good thing right here. So they won't, none of these parties will take offense and take it personal. But but yeah, I guess that's it for today, assassinators. Like, and the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know. Like, and which one was your favorite out of this list? I would, if I had to pick one, I would have to pick between the Netflix like broadcasting changes, like when they go to the European tour, like which that'll be very interesting to review it in the daytime rather than the nighttime. Which that'll actually be the first time I review Monday Night Raw, like after watching it live in the daytime. And also, I want to give my yeah, my other favorite news story to MVP explains why exactly he walked away from new WWE's new management, which it was probably for the best in his perspectives because it seemed like they didn't really add any potential plans for him, like only just probably making him like the guy that puts over the young talent. Which that's nothing wrong with that, but still he has like one more like run left in him. So give him like one more run and even make him even be champion, even if it's another mid card championship run, like it would still be better than nothing. Like even though some say he's damn near 50 and he should not be winning championship gold, but the thing is he was a full timer, like Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio. Like it doesn't matter what his age is; it's all about the prestige and the aura that he has to offer, like as a full time competitor. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for today, Assassinators, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button. Consider hitting the subscribe and post notification bell for more SNA content. And make sure to check out my Monday Night Raw review video, will be which will which I'm gonna be doing like in probably in the next 8 hours from now. And yeah, because I'm also going to be making a football review video, which is Monday Night Football. And on Monday Night Raw, we were going to be talking about like the segment with Gunther and featuring Gunther and Damian Priest ahead of their future showdown, along with Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair doing a little showdown themselves, like for the women's tag team champ. The Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill in a showdown with the former champs, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez themselves. And we got Bronson Reed gonna be making an appearance like what this like what the news today said, like mentioned about what's the lineups for tonight's Raw. And we will be, and make sure to also check out my Monday Night Football review video, which is going to be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Los Angeles Rams, which is going to take place at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. And and it's going to be the quarterback's going to be Matthew Stafford taking on Miami's quarterback, the returning Toa Tagovailoa, and who do you think's gonna win this showdown? With the Dolphins are 2-6 right now, not the much best record, but who knows? They could do a huge comeback now that Toa's back, and or even it could be the Rams, given that they're in their stadium, like in their home stadium, and they have a little bit of the advantage that way. But sometimes it's not about who's at home and who's away as the visitor. It's all about like who wants the victory more. Uh, we're we're gonna talk more about that in the later video after I review Monday Night Raw, and I hope y'all enjoyed today's wrestling news video, and I hope y'all have a fun and safe Monday afternoon, and I'll see you all in the next video with some more Super Ninja Austin content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. And yeah, I know like I double said my name, and plus I said I referred myself as my full proper name rather than my initials. But I thought I might do something different and special, even though it's not an occasional video. But I always even on like in the most randomest days, I want to do something totally special and updated and catchy for you assassinators that try to find more of this video, more give it more of a reason and with more intrigue to watch it. But for now, but right now I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys and see you guys later this evening on the football and wrestling review videos. So yeah, see you then. Bye bye.